In the United Kingdom, 2012 has been a year of remarkable and unforgettable celebrations. It is the year that the nation marked the Diamond Jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's ascent to the throne. It is noteworthy that we also in the Redeemed Christian Church of God are celebrating our own Diamond Jubilee. 2012 is also the year the world's greatest sporting event, the Olympic Games, came to London. Even as we continue to witness the steady growth of our churches already active in the mission field, RCCG UK continues to record increasing numbers of new parishes. To the glory of God, we have so far planted about 700 churches across the rural and urban landscape of Britain. We are also grateful to God for the open doors He continues to bring our way with regard to our churches securing places of worship. We see these landmark acquisitions as a sign of the coming revival in the United Kingdom. Recently, one of our churches in Sunderland purchased a building that had hitherto been known as a notorious nightclub in its community, a den for drug dealing, and other such vices. Today, it has been turned into a house of deliverance, prayer, and worship of our God.
We intend to turn the whole place around, a place where lives will be molded, and we intend to turn it into a community center for the benefit of the whole community.
As far away as Scotland, the Redeemed Christian Church of God in the UK continues to acquire such strategic properties. Recently, our General Overseer was in Aberdeen for the Festival of Life and used that opportunity to dedicate an iconic building that had been acquired by one of our parishes in Aberdeen. Sadly, some of the Orthodox churches have witnessed a drastic reduction in their congregation sizes, leading to them having to close down and sell some of their buildings. Rather than these properties be sold and used for non-Christian purposes, the Lord has given us the grace in quite a number of instances to step in and either lease or purchase such buildings for use as churches. RCCG UK is presently concluding negotiations with a major denomination that plans to close down or sell 4,500 buildings over the next 10 years. Our prayer is that some, if not all of those buildings, will come to us and be used as RCCG churches. We continue to invest resources on leadership development at various levels in the church. In this regard, we teamed up with TIEFON, the Christian International Development Agency, to organize workshops to furnish pastors and workers with skills to help our churches better engage with their communities. The annual Pastors Induction Course organized by the RCCG UK Central Office also remains a major platform for preparing new parish pastors with the practical knowledge they need to make a difference in their communities. Ordained ministers once again had the privilege of learning with the General Overseer at our annual gathering.
Success is a journey, not a destination.
But I want to say thank you to you from the bottom of my heart for what you folk are doing here in this country. And I really mean that. God is going to give us, His people, the ground as we plant churches, as we put seeds of the kingdom in the various parts of our country. God is going to grow that kingdom, that seed, for His glory.
Our mother in Israel, Pastor Mrs. Folu Adeboye, was also on hand to graciously minister to women in the mission at the annual Good Women's Fellowship Conference.
Since God did not put there originally must not enter your body.
As part of our commitment to global missions and evangelism, RCCG UK sponsored a groundbreaking interdenominational forum, the RCCG Mission Forum, that attracted some of the leading theologians in the land. They gathered to share ideas about being more effective in mission work in contemporary Britain. This was in view of the fact that one of the biggest challenges churches face in the United Kingdom is cross-evangelization. Similarly, RCCG UK participated enthusiastically in the inaugural Global Outreach Day event, during which millions of Christians the world over from every denomination united to disseminate the gospel, each using their own gifts and personalities to share the message of God's love for humanity in culturally appropriate ways. Our General Overseer, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, was one of the internationally recognized Christian leaders who endorsed this initiative. The major evangelism platform which the Lord has graciously given to us is the Holy Ghost Festival of Life, an all-night worship and prayer meeting regularly attended by up to 50,000 people from across the United Kingdom and beyond. The Festival of Life remains a significant revival vehicle and a major means by which God is bringing souls into His kingdom. It continues to attract the leaders of all the major denominations in the United Kingdom, as well as top government officials. Most recently, the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson.
When they come to London, they're going to see the communities of the greatest city on earth going through a spiritual regeneration. Everybody here at the Festival of Life, thank you for what you're doing to help communities throughout London. I hope that somewhere here tonight there is going to be my successor as Mayor of London.
And Lord, use him mightily for your glory. We pray that even during his tenure, revival will break out in London.
RCCG UK is playing a leading role in uniting the church in the United Kingdom across denominational, ethnic, and racial barriers. In acknowledgement of this role, in probably the first meeting of its kind in a Pentecostal church, the leaders of all the major denominations and church groups in the United Kingdom, including the head of the Anglican Communion, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the head of the Catholic Church, the Archbishop of Westminster, the General Superintendent of the Methodist Church, the head of the Baptist Mission, the Archbishop of the Greek Orthodox Church, amongst others, were hosted at a forum at one of our parishes to deliberate on how the wider church can present a more united front, thereby increasing its influence in the land. Once again, the Pentecost Festival, another ecumenical partnership of several churches in the United Kingdom, including the Redeemed Christian Church of God, marked its third year with its increasingly popular gospel music festival attracting attendance from a wide range of churches and ministries. RCCG UK is also a strategic partner with the National Day of Prayer and Worship, a multi-denominational initiative which seeks to bring over 70,000 people to Wembley Stadium on the 29th of September 2012 to praise and worship the God of the nations. The Lord has granted the Redeemed Christian Church of God significant influence in our communities, including very strategic partnerships with various stakeholders in the United Kingdom. These include other churches, parachurch organizations, international development agencies, and various government organizations. RCCG UK churches played a significant role in the celebrations to mark the Diamond Jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Various parishes organized well-attended street parties and held various outreaches to rejoice with Her Majesty and the people of the United Kingdom. Our chairman was invited to lead the procession of the faiths at the National Thanksgiving service held in the Queen's honor at St. Paul's Cathedral. A breakthrough initiative in our engagement with the UK government was the invitation to mobilize our youths to be part of a cadet arm being planned for the Metropolitan Police Force. This invitation, a first of its kind, came about as a result of a visit by the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Bernard Hogan-Howe, to worship at one of our parishes. In the United Kingdom today, the family institution is under a sustained attack. RCCG UK, by God's grace, is in the vanguard of a move to strengthen the family unit on its original Christian foundations. Partnering with Care for the Family, the leading family-oriented Christian ministry in the United Kingdom, we have made representations to the government to organize parenting training courses all across the nation with a view to arresting the deterioration of the family unit.
What we really want to do is to put world-class resources in the hands of the local church to touch the community.
Another noteworthy breakthrough for the mission was the establishment of the RCCG Social Action Group, which works to provide strategic leadership for involvement in matters of social and political importance from a biblical perspective. Its first project was one which was at the heart of social life, the campaign in the UK to keep marriage as the union between a man and a woman. Coordinated by the Campaign for Marriage, a broad coalition of organizations opposed to the UK government's plans to change the legal definition of marriage, the advocacy efforts succeeded in gathering over 500,000 signed petitions, which were presented to the office of the Prime Minister. The petition was signed by thousands of RCCG pastors and members, along with thousands more congregants at the last Festival of Life. We continue to participate in further consultation with the government in Westminster.
We are getting involved in these areas of welfare, politics and social justice because Jesus will have done the same if he were to be here on the street of London. There are people who, within our churches, their desire is to become true Christian leaders in the political arena of our country and in public offices. We want to be able to, through this social action group, identify such people, set them forth, and then release them into their calling.
RCCG UK has played a major role in initiatives by faith groups and non-governmental organizations to ensure the success of the 2012 Olympic Games. The church was an active participant in the More Than Gold initiative, a coalition of leading Christian organizations aimed at lending a helping hand to the organizers of the London Games. In a related sense, one of our parishes, RCCG Royal Connections, has benefited from its location as the closest church in the country to the Olympic Park, the main venue of the Games, providing, amongst other things, a recognized resource center for the Olympic Park.
We see an opportunity there as an RCCG church to be a blessing to those who are coming in for the Games from all over the world. Our road, in particular Monia Road, is the walkway into the stadium. So we see that as a major opportunity where we can engage with people about Christianity.
Furthermore, RCCG churches were part of various prayer movements which called for divine assistance for the Olympics. Our prayer is that one of the enduring legacies of the Games in London will be the spiritual transformation of the United Kingdom, its residents, the athletes, and other visitors. The outgoing year has certainly been one of memorable celebrations and remarkable progress for us as a mission. We remain grateful to God for this, and we're indeed fortunate to have celebrated the landmark 70th birthday of our General Overseer with him in the United Kingdom.
A very happy 70th birthday.
What we are witnessing today is a celebration of the life of a great man, a humble son of Nigeria. He has brought honor to Nigeria even in the field of education. He's almost daily preaching of peace in our community.
One of the major highlights of the celebrations was a peace summit that attracted leaders from the three main world faiths, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The aim of the conference was to discuss and profess solutions for world peace.
The few people who, under the guise of religion, cause havoc, killing innocent people, most of these people attend either our synagogues, our temples, our mosques, and our churches. And most of them defer to us as religious leaders. And if we will play our part, we will be able to solve these problems faster than politicians could do.
We are grateful to God for His grace upon the mission in the United Kingdom. We covet your prayers as we enter a critical phase in our mission to bring revival to the United Kingdom.
You are the hope of this nation. It is time for revival in this land. And God is counting on you. How many of you will shine for him?